Whoa now, whoa now, whoa now. Welcome back to the Black Alpha and your boy, Brother Kush. So I want to do another boxing video since I did that video talking about Shakur Stevenson comment about the treatment that certain fighters get from the media. I did a video like the day before he fought Edwin De Los Santos. Now, after the fight, I want to talk about some other things, man, because, see, the other content creators are not going to say what I say because all of them have a dog in the hunt. They're all biased. Over here, I am completely 100% unbiased because I am indifferent. I honestly don't care who wins. You know what I'm saying? I just don't. I watch the sport for the sake of the sport. I'm not a cheerleader for any man. I'm not tribal. Boxing for me is not about race, although I know it's about race for everybody else, including the black content creators. It's all about race. Boxing for me is not about race. You know what I'm saying? It's not about ethnicity. Boxing for me is just about two men getting in the ring, may the best man win, right? So, but I've seen some things stylistically that I want to talk about because we use this word exposed a whole lot, right? Everybody else talking about, oh, this fighter got exposed. I'm going to play a clip from Timothy Bradley talking about Tank will get exposed soon, you know? And the problem with that word is that we don't understand that exposed is not a bad thing. It just means to reveal something. Something that was unknown before or previously hidden somehow is now revealed, is now out in the open. And that's what happened last night. What happened last night to me is that Shakur got exposed. And I don't mean that in a bad way. We know what his weaknesses are now. You know, the thing about Floyd Mayweather is that, Floyd was a complete fighter. He had no weaknesses, bro. You know what I'm saying? He had no weaknesses. This is why Floyd was so confident in beating the best fighters, right? This is why he made so much money, because he actually went after dudes that people say they want to see him fight. Think about Marcos Maidana. Wasn't nowhere on Floyd's radar. He spanks that clown Broner, and immediately the next fight, he fights Floyd. Think about it. Think about Costa Zoo, right? Everybody was high on Costa Zoo back then. Oh man, Floyd gonna duck Costa Zoo. Floyd was about to fight him, but Costa Zoo go fight Ricky Hatton, the hitman, and get spanked by the hitman. And who Floyd fight immediately after that? Ricky Hatton. Floyd was always fighting whoever they said was the best dude, as long as it made sense. He was always fighting whoever they said was the best dude. He chased a lot of dudes because Floyd had no weaknesses in his fight game. Floyd's fight game was almost perfect. But even the perfect fighter gets hit. So Floyd needed to be able to take a punch, which he could. He had a better chin than people thought. You know what I'm saying? He could take a better shot than people thought. So he was tougher than people thought. He was more grittier than people thought. Floyd was the perfect fighter. And yes, I thought Shakur Stevenson was like a clone of Money Mayweather. Not Pretty Boy Floyd. Pretty Boy Floyd was beating the crap out of dudes. A lot of y'all don't know that when Floyd got to his fourth weight class, he had almost like an 85-90% knockout ratio. He stopped knocking people out at 147 and 154. Everybody he fought before that, I mean, almost all of them went down. Almost all of them. Floyd was killing these dudes, man. Money Mayweather is a different animal. But Money Mayweather was still a perfect fighter. Money Mayweather just relied. Money Mayweather, what he did, what Floyd evolved into was this dude that perfectly meshed his offense and defense into one thing. Which means his offense was his defense and his defense was his offense. They worked hand in hand. He was a pure counterpuncher. So Floyd would actually go in there in the line of fire, slip your punch, hit you. Slip your punch, hit you, roll out, reset, get you where he wants you at and do it all again. Sometimes he'd go and get you a high guard, go to you, come back out. Sometimes he pull counter, you know what I'm saying? I mean, Floyd gave you like 5 different looks every round, man. Because his defensive looks were also the way he initiated or he got off his offense. He got his offense off through defense, and his defense was also surrounded around offense. So it was all one animal. Shakur Stevenson is not that dude. I was wrong about that. He is not a Money Mayweather. You know what I'm saying? His defense is separate from his offense, especially depending on the guy that he's fighting, which is what I want to talk about in this video. We talk about exposure, right? That's what we're going to talk about. Like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon to receive notifications when I drop more videos. You don't hit the bell icon, you won't know when I drop a video because I don't trigger the algorithm. This is Tim Bradley talking, y'all. Listen to this here.
Tank's gonna get exposed soon. He won't get exposed soon. He get in there with the right guy, Shakur Stevenson.
Now he said Tank is gonna get exposed soon if he get in there with the right guy. Then he said Shakur Stevenson, I can't play it because they be tripping on that kind of stuff. But it's funny because look at him right there with Pacquiao. He, what is he doing? The running man? You know what I'm saying? But let's keep going.
He gonna get exposed. I'm noticing a pattern with a lot of the PBC's fighters, man. When they really do get in there with a real dog, a live dog, they get hit in the face, they all bow out.
Now it's funny that he was saying that they bow out and he's on his knees in the end. But anyway, let's talk about this exposure thing, because he said Tank is going to get exposed if he get in there with the right guy. Well, last night Shakur Stevenson got exposed because he got in there with the right guy, and the right guy was Edwin De Los Santos. What happened was De Los Santos can actually box. He's actually a good boxer, and he has more power than Shakur. So what happened was Shakur realized this dude is craftier than I thought he would be. He's harder to hit than I thought he would be. He moves better than I thought he would, and he hits hard. Shakur knew he was outgunned, so what did he do? He ran. His defense was to evade. That was his defense. Evade at all costs. Evade. And then when you get him tired of running after you, then you come back, because Shakur really don't have a defense, offense, symbiotic nature, so to speak, right? Like Floyd had. Like I said, Floyd's offense and defense was all one. Shakur's offense and defense are separate. So he can't really build his offense off of defense like Floyd could. He gotta actually use defense to get away and offense to fight. And that's gonna be a problem if Shakur face Tank. So all this talk about Shakur Stevenson beating Tank, y'all can kill that now. It ain't happening. I ain't so sure he beat Devin Haney. I do know he ain't beating Tank. He's not beating Tank. If the most perfect fighter around got hit, Floyd Mayweather, if he got hit, like Floyd said after the Cotto fight, you can't dodge every punch. You know what I'm saying? You can't dodge him. We seen Shane Mosley hit him. We seen Canelo hit him. Floyd gets hit. You know what I'm saying? And if the man with like the best pure boxing skills we ever seen gets hit, the rest of these dudes will get hit. As Tank said we all get hit, and what's going to happen when Shakur get hit by a dude that can punch? Well, we seen that last night. What happens if he get hit by a dude that can punch is he's going to run. He's going to get on his bicycle and never engage again. He's going to evade and try to stay away from that fight for as long as he can. So that would be a problem with Tank, though. First of all, they're not going to gift him a decision over Tank. That ain't happening. You know what I'm saying? It's not happening. So he's not going to be able to run from Tank for 12 rounds and think he's going to get a gift decision like he did with De Los Santos, because I don't think he won that fight last night. I think De Los Santos got robbed, and I feel bad for the brother. You know what I'm saying? I do. I really feel bad for him. But Shakur's not going to do that. And that's not Shakur's first stink of a fight now. Y'all got to remember that. Certain styles do give Shakur problems. And that's going to be a problem, because let's do a matchup. What could you honestly say that Shakur has an advantage over Tank in what department? Offense? Nah. Tank is just as fast. He's just as crafty. Just as athletic, if not more. Tank is just as hard to hit. But the only thing is, Tank got real power. And Tank meshes he gets his offense from his defense. In other words, Tank's offense and defense work hand in hand, because Tank is a pure counterpuncher. Tank don't have to fight first. If Shakur wants to come forward, Tank will welcome it. Tank will back up around that ring and catch him. Tank don't mind that at all. He'll back up. because he's a counterpuncher. His offense actually comes from his defense also, like Floyd. So when you're dealing with a dude whose offense comes from his defense, that's dangerous, because his defense is to slip you, I mean, even if you land, to slip you well enough where you don't hurt him and land a big one on you. And that's what Tank is good at. Tank is good at just getting there just fast enough, you know, before you get there and hurt you with it. He'll stop Shakur. That fight wouldn't go 8 rounds. It wouldn't go 8 rounds. So, I mean, I hope y'all enjoyed that last night, because that's what you call getting exposed. And Timothy Bradley is 100% correct. The only thing is, Tank didn't get exposed. Shakur did. Shakur got exposed. And like I said, that wasn't his first bad fight. Shakur has been exposed. Now we know who he is. We know if he getting there with a guy that can actually box and got some power, he's going to be in trouble. Let me say, in the previous video, I did say that Shakur was like Money Mayweather. I was just wrong about that, because I was basing it off of who he had fought. But last night, before the fight started, I told my wife the only problem I got with Shakur is that it's the fighters that he's been doing these things against. I don't know what he's going to do against a better style fighter or a better class of fighter. A lot of times you got to look at who they fight. And now we know that if Shakur is in there with a dude of a different caliber, he's in trouble. So, man, he ain't beating Tank, people. He ain't beating Tank. Devin ain't beating Tank. None of them dudes beating Tank because they don't hit hard enough. You know, they got good boxing skills, but Tank boxing skills is just as good. And Tank got the eliminator. He got the power. That's the advantage. Tank got that power. Tank can actually hit these dudes one time and knock them out. They can't hit Tank one time and knock him out. They probably can't hit Tank 50 times and knock him out. You know what I'm saying? And even drop him. You know what I'm saying? You know, they can't hit Tank, you know, one time and knock him out. But Tank can hit them dudes one time and hurt them. He can hit him in the body one time and hurt him, fold him. He can hit him on the chin one time and spark him. I mean, they got problems with Tank, bro. Tank boxing skills is just as good as all them dudes, and he got massive power that they don't have. Heck, Devin don't have it. Devin about to have his hands full with Regis Prograis. Regis is from my hometown, from New Orleans. So, you know, that's going to be an interesting fight. Again, I'm indifferent. I wouldn't mind seeing Regis win, but I wouldn't be mad if Devin won. You know what I'm saying? I'm indifferent. You know, I'm just going to watch the fight as a fan. But anyway, like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Until next time, I'm out of here. I'm Brother Kush, a.k.a. The Black Alpha. And this was a boxing segment. Back to my regular scheduled materials now. Salam.